Hey folks, another day, another unboxing. Actually, it's not another day. This is a really good day because this is OnePlus 6T day. Well, it is the day that at least I received my OnePlus 6T review, and it's actually a few days before you watch this video because of the embargo. But when you get to see this, it'll be launch day. And I'm excited. This is a pretty big deal. You know, OnePlus devices have really been quite fundamental to the ecosystem in the last few years, and the 6 really hit the mark as the first OnePlus I felt I could recommend completely or wholeheartedly without any reservations to people, because until then there were some issues here and there, but this is a successor to the 6. It is the OnePlus 6T. So let's unboxing, let's have a look together. Interesting, there's this little sliding piece of paper here, and it says OnePlus Community. A collection of individuals possessed of a tremendous understanding and superior taste in the finest technology. What's most important is that they are a part of what we do, and that includes you. So it includes you, the watcher, the reader, the listener, and me, of course, and everyone else. You know what this means, right? In-display fingerprint reader. There you go. So let's slide this off, reveal the box, and have a quick look at all the details. OnePlus 6, slightly different packaging. There's this kind of marble finish to the paper, not white as usual, with a kind of silvery 6 embossed OnePlus 6T. Nothing here. Unlock the speed, and the little red tab. And here are some IMEIs and things. This is a 128 gigabyte in midnight black. So there's 3 SKUs. There's 6 gigabyte 128, 8 gigabyte 128, 8 gigabyte 256, and 2 colors, right? There's a midnight black and a mirror black, well, of course. So Qualcomm Snapdragon 845, we know that, and shot on OnePlus. They're getting serious about this camera stuff. I know, I'm dragging this on. All right, here we go. Dun 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 dun. Come on. Box. Here we go. Nothing in here, by the way. All right, there it is, the phone in all of its gorgeous beauty. Notice that no more red inlay, and now there's just a white inlay or partition. Bit of dust on the phone. Let's look together what it says here. To maximize the performance of our in-display fingerprint sensor, we recommend using screen protectors from OnePlus and our official partners. So this is gonna matter. This is actually a sticker on top of the screen protector that's built into every OnePlus. And then in the back here, we have the IMEIs, and you can see no fingerprint reader, camera pod, similar camera pod, and flash layout as the previous one. And here there's some notice and warnings about SIM cards, and warnings not to disassemble. NFC logo. All right, let's peel this off, and let's also peel this IMEI sticker off. I hate IMEI stickers. And finally, let's remove this fingerprint reader sticker so we can get to the meat of this phone. Ta-da! All right, before I turn it on, let's see what else is in the box, shall we? All right, so we got this divider, which, as I said, is no longer red, but it's white. Cool little in-display fingerprint logo, but the design is still the same. You can still have this little opening here with a bunch of stuff in here. Aha! As usual, there is a carrying case that's translucent. I love how OnePlus always includes this. It's a nice touch. So there it is. And then we've got probably some manuals and SIM ejection tools, since that's kind of the usual stuff for OnePlus. Again, this is all this new kind of marble finish. You can see that, right? It's not pure white anymore. It's a slight change in their design direction for their packaging. All right, I think I didn't get everything out. Let me get everything out. I thought I did, but aha, some stickers. All right, so there's nothing left in here, okay? And let's have a look at those manuals. So first you get a SIM ejection tool. Nothing unusual here. It shows you where to put it on this side. Then you've got safety information. Nobody cares. Then you've got this 6T barcode fingerprint reader, and it says quick start guide in English. So I don't know, that's interesting. Let's see what happens here. We've got, how do you open this? Aha, I see. It unfolds. I don't think this is gonna fit in the camera. Aha, the speed, unlock the speed you need. Check it out. Never settle. And then we've got, losing the stickers here. We got, this is actually pretty interesting. Let me move the box out of the way so you can see the whole thing. Ta-da! Look at that. I'll scroll it for you. Shows a bigger than life OnePlus 6T. In-display fingerprint reader. Some of the specs are in here. You've got the new display with the tiny notch, and you've got the SIM tray, the buttons. So this is in multiple languages. It's really interesting. See? All right. So that's a cool design. Definitely different. And then, as I said, we've got a sticker. Lots of these stickers. Check it out. My friends call me for tech support. All right. Let's go through them all so you can see them. Different. Usually there was I think a square or rectangular sticker in the box. All right. So that's it for this. Nothing left in this. Let's continue. This is exciting. They're making these unboxing even more exciting. An invitation letter. Are you ready for this? A word from our CEO. Wow. Let me open that. So, it scribbles. I'm not going to try to read this, but I will leave it here to scroll very slowly in front of you, so you can, at your leisure, read this and potentially pause it. This is very cool. They've really stepped up their game in packaging. There you go. Note from Pete Lau. Wonderful. Wow. Okay. Now we're back to the meat of the matter. We've got the dash charger, and you can immediately see what's going on here. I won't comment. I'll let you get all pissed off by yourselves. OnePlus charger looks identical to the previous chargers. I don't think there's any improvement in performance here. A little red USB Type A. It's a pretty big charger, so it's a super fast charger. And here is a Type A, custom Type A to Type C cable, same as before. Remember, you need to use this cable with this charger to get the maximum charging speed on this phone. But I know you're all distracted by the other thing. This thing right here. Oh no, what have they done? What have they done? This is a USB Type-C to 3.5mm adapter because, yes, the new OnePlus 6T does not have a headphone jack. I know, I'm bummed, I'm annoyed, but I'm willing to kind of excuse them for it a little bit because you're going to see the rest of the phone. It's pretty cool. Just in case you're wondering, I actually got to see the phone before this. So I got to play with it a little bit. And so I have some ideas and some things I can share in this unboxing. Of course, stay tuned for my full review to get my full thoughts. Okay, let's have a look at the phone, shall we? Here we go. Phone time. First, let's turn it on, because we want to see what this incredible display looks like. Ta-da! All right, so I'm gonna let it boot here, and we're gonna have a look at the display as it does its thing. Look at it go. So this is a 6.4-inch display. It's bigger this time around than the OnePlus 6 display. There's less of a chin down here, a small tiny chin, but much less of a chin. And then the tiny little notch with just the camera in it, teardrop notch as you call it. Look at this gorgeous display. Look at it. Do you see that? Isn't that nice? You can see the little earpiece slit up here and the 16 megapixel front facing f/2.0 camera here. And there's no fingerprint reader here because it's in the display right about here. So this is what it looks like in white. As you can see, it's gorgeous. So I'm gonna leave it at that and flip it over to show you the back. All right, so as you can see, it looks almost identical in terms of design to the OnePlus 6, except that where the logo is was the fingerprint reader before, and the logo was a little lower. And then you have the same camera systems, 16 and 20 megapixels, f/1.7. One is a a 1.22 micron sensor with OIS, very large pixels or relatively large pixels, and the other one's a 1 micron 20 megapixel sensor. So same camera system as the OnePlus 6, but there's some new software features that make this camera system better, especially for low light and portrait photography. You know, there you go. Designed by OnePlus. So it's actually a little thicker because of the in-display fingerprint reader, like a marginal fraction thicker than the OnePlus 6. So the camera pod sticks out a little less than before because of it, but you really would have to put them side by side to notice. It doesn't feel thicker in hand or anything. So there you go. That's the lay of the land. What else is different? Well, let me walk you through the edges really quickly. So on the right-hand side, you've got the slider here, which is for the notifications. You know, silent. What is it? Priority only and all. And then you've got the power lock button here. On the top, you've got a secondary mic. And on the bottom, you have no more headphone jack. But you have like a symmetric pair of holes. One of them is for this mono speaker. The other one is for the primary microphone and USB Type-C port. And on the left-hand side, you got the volume rocker and the SIM tray, right? Dual SIM. So that's the lay of the land in a nutshell. What's inside of this shell? Well, you got a Snapdragon 845, I already mentioned that. 6 or 8 gigs of RAM, I also mentioned that. 128 or 256 gigs of storage, I also mentioned that. But there's an in-display fingerprint sensor, I mentioned that too. And then finally, the battery is bigger this year, 3,700 milliamp hour. That's an improvement of last year. And so part of the reason they're able to do that is by putting the in-display fingerprint reader, they had to rearrange the innards of this thing. And so they chose to remove the headphone jack, but that gave them a bit more space in for a larger battery. So it's like you take some, you leave some. It was a tough decision. I think it's disappointing and annoying, but I do feel that considering, you know, everything, I think that's not a bad decision in the end. I mean, it's not the great decision, but I'll live with it, is what I'm trying to say. That's my opinion. So there you go. OnePlus 6T. I'm going to look forward to reviewing this and taking it for a longer spin. It's pretty exciting, you know. That's the reality, is this is a pretty hot phone. And so here are the prices, right? They start at $549, then $579, then $629. That's 6 128, 8 128, and 8 256. And that's regardless of whether you buy the this matte black or the shiny black. So there you go. OnePlus 6T unboxing here. I may drag it on, make it a little special for you because I really think this is an amazing phone. And I mean, it's, you know, if it's based on anything with my experience with previous OnePluses and the OnePlus 6 in particular, other than the lack of headphone jack, everything here screams better. And so I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And I'll let you know once I review this a little more and have more time with it. Stay tuned for more unboxings and more videos on my channel. Please subscribe, like the video. More importantly, tell your friends. And remember that this entire channel only really exists to support my podcast, mobiletechpodcast.com. So you should subscribe to the Mobile Tech Podcast. It's on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Overcasts, Stitcher, Slacker, TuneIn Radio, everywhere. Look for Mobile Tech Podcast and or add Tankgirl, my handle from Twitter and Instagram that you should follow as well. TNKGRL, like Tankgirl, the comic book character without the vowels. And you will find the podcast and you will subscribe, hopefully, and tell your friends and subscribe to the channel and like the video and hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. All right, folks, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for joining me on this unboxing journey, and stay tuned for more about this phone on my podcast and here on the channel. All right, folks, cheers.